I gave her a key for emergencies. She used it to commit fraud. My name is Barbara, 73 years old. I have a daughter-in-law named Jessica. She's 32. We've never been close. When my son married her, I tried. I really did. Invited her to lunch, asked about her interests, sent thoughtful birthday gifts. She tolerated me. That's the best word for it, tolerated. My son gave her a key to my house 5 years ago. For emergencies, he said. In case I fell, in case one needed help. I didn't love it, but I agreed. Family helps family. I should have known better. Last month, I went to visit my sister in Phoenix for 10 days. First vacation I'd taken in 3 years. I told my son I'd be gone. He said, "Great, have fun." Jessica never said anything. I left on a Friday morning. Flight at 6. Excited to see my sister. Excited to have a break. Monday afternoon, I got a text from my neighbor. It said, "Barbara, are you renting your house on Airbnb? There are strangers coming and going." My stomach dropped. I called her immediately. She said a couple showed up Sunday afternoon with suitcases. They had a key, they went right in. I said that's impossible. I'm not renting my house. I'm on vacation. She said she saw the listing, my house, for $100 a night. I hung up, opened the Airbnb app, searched my address. There it was. My house, my photos. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, sleeps 8. $400 a night. The host, Jessica. She listed my house on Airbnb while I was on vacation, without asking, without telling me. And people were staying there, in my bed, using my things, going through my home. I called the police from Phoenix. They said it was a civil matter. They couldn't help unless I came home and asked the guests to leave myself. I booked a flight home, last minute, cost me $800. I called my son on the way to the airport. He didn't answer. I called 6 times, nothing. I got home at 11 at night. There was a car in my driveway, lights on in my house, strangers in my house. I unlocked the door, walked in. A couple was in my living room watching my TV. They looked at me like I was the intruder. I said, "This is my house. What are you doing here?" The man said, "We rented it on Airbnb. We paid for $100. We have a reservation." I said I didn't authorize any rental. This is my home. They needed to leave. The woman showed me her phone. The reservation, confirmed, paid, check-in instructions from Jessica. I called the police again. They came this time. The officers asked to see the Airbnb listing. I showed them. It had my address, my photos, but Jessica's name as host. They asked the couple to leave. The couple demanded a refund, started filming on their phones, said they'd sue. I said sue Jessica. She's the one who committed fraud. They left, angry, threatening. I walked through my house. Wine glasses in the sink, towels on the floor, my bed unmade, strangers' clothes in my dresser. I sat on my kitchen floor and cried. Then I called a lawyer. My lawyer said this was serious. Identity theft, fraud, trespassing, possibly more. She said to document everything, photos, the Airbnb listing, bank statements showing Jessica as host. I spent the next 3 hours taking photos, every room, every detail. Then I checked the Airbnb calendar. Jessica had bookings for the next 6 weeks, 23 reservations, for $100 a night. She was making thousands of dollars off my house, without my knowledge. I called Airbnb, reported the listing as fraudulent. They said they'd investigate. They didn't take it down, so I did something else. I changed my locks, all of them, that night. The next morning, another couple showed up. They had a reservation. They tried their key, it didn't work. They called Jessica. She didn't answer. They called Airbnb. Airbnb said the listing was under review. The couple demanded a refund. Started leaving bad reviews. Good, let Jessica's rating tank. My lawyer filed criminal charges. Identity theft, fraud, unlawful use of property. We also sued civilly. For damages, emotional distress, violation of privacy. Jessica finally called me, screaming, said I ruined her side business, said she needed that money, said I never used the house anyway, so what's the harm? I said, the harm is you committed multiple felonies using my property. She said it wasn't a big deal, said I was overreacting, said family should support each other. I said, family doesn't commit fraud against each other. She hung up. My son finally called, apologizing, said he didn't know, said Jessica told him I'd agreed to it. I asked if that made sense. Why would I agree to rent my house and not tell him? He didn't have an answer. I asked if he helped her, if he knew. He swore he didn't. I'm not sure I believe him. The police investigation moved fast. Too many victims. Too much evidence. Jessica had been running this for 3 months. Started small. One weekend while I visited my sister, in March, made $1,200. Realized I didn't notice. So she did it again, and again, and again. Over 3 months, she'd rented my house 42 times. Made $16,000. $16,000 off my property, while I paid the utilities, the maintenance, the mortgage. The Airbnb guests started finding me, emailing, calling, demanding refunds. I told them all the same thing. Sue Jessica. She's the one who defrauded you. Some of them did. Jessica lost her real estate license. Turns out fraud is a disqualifying offense. Can't be a licensed agent with a fraud conviction pending. Her broker fired her immediately. Liability issues. No job, no income. Facing criminal charges. She tried to negotiate with my lawyer. Said she'd pay back the money. Said we could drop the charges. My lawyer told her that's not how criminal charges work. The state prosecutes. I can't drop them. Jessica panicked. Hired 3 different lawyers. Burned through $10,000 in legal fees. None of them could make the case go away. The evidence was overwhelming. My house, my photos, her name, her bank account. 42 bookings. She pleaded guilty, part of a deal. Lesser charges in exchange for restitution and probation. The judge wasn't gentle. He said, "You stole from your husband's mother. You committed fraud against dozens of victims. You showed no remorse until you got caught. This is unconscionable." She got 2 years probation, 500 hours community service, full restitution of $16,000 plus damages, and a felony conviction on her record. Her marriage didn't survive. My son filed for divorce 6 months later. Said he couldn't trust her. Said if she'd do this to his mother, what else would she do? Smart boy. Finally, Jessica tried to make me the villain. Told everyone I overreacted. Said she made a mistake. Said I destroyed her life over money. Wrong, I destroyed her life over fraud. Over violation of trust. Over treating my home like her personal ATM. The Airbnb guests. Most of them got refunds from Airbnb. Airbnb banned Jessica for life. Flagged her ID. She can never create another account. She's effectively blacklisted from every major vacation rental platform. The civil suit is still pending. My lawyer is going for $50,000 in damages, emotional distress, violation of privacy, punitive damages. Jessica can't pay it. She's working retail now, living with her parents, trying to rebuild. She be paying me $17 a month for the next 30 years. I don't care about the money anymore. I care about the principle. You don't get to use people's homes without permission. You don't get to commit crimes and cry victim when you're caught. Jessica learned that the hard way. My son is doing better, he's dating someone new. A teacher, she seems kind. He asked if we could have dinner, him and me, without Jessica drama. I said yes, we're rebuilding, slowly. He apologized. Said he should have paid attention, should have asked questions when Jessica suddenly had extra money. I told him the truth. I'm not mad at him. I'm disappointed he didn't protect me, he cried. Said he'd never let anyone hurt me again. I believe him, mostly. My house feels different now. I had it deep cleaned, changed all the linens, replaced anything I couldn't stand to keep. Cost me $3,000. Jessica's restitution will cover it eventually. But the feeling of violation? That doesn't go away. Knowing strangers slept in my bed, used my bathroom, went through my things. It makes my skin crawl. I thought about moving, starting fresh somewhere else. But then I realized, this is my home. I've lived here 35 years. I'm not leaving because Jessica committed a crime. She's the one who should feel uncomfortable. She's the one who should leave. And she did. Different city, different state, running from the shame. I'm still here, in my house, with my new locks, with my peace of mind slowly returning. The neighbor who texted me? I baked her cookies, thanked her profusely. If she hadn't noticed, hadn't told me, Jessica might still be doing it. I might have come home to who knows what. She saved me from something worse. The key I gave Jessica, destroyed, cut into pieces, thrown away. My son doesn't have a key anymore either, he understands. If he needs to get in, he can call me. We'll figure it out, but emergency access. No more. The emergency became the threat. Jessica sent me a letter last month, long, handwritten, apologizing. She said she was desperate. Said she needed money, said she made bad choices. She said she hoped I could forgive her someday. I threw the letter away, not because I'm cruel, but because I don't believe her. She's sorry she got caught. Sorry she lost her license. Sorry her marriage ended. But I don't think she's sorry for what she did to me. If she could go back and do it without getting caught, she would. That's not remorse. That's regret. There's a difference. People ask me how I'm doing now, if I've recovered. The truth, I'm fine, better than Phoenix. I took that vacation I'd planned, went back to Phoenix, stayed with my sister for 3 weeks this time, and you know what? I wasn't anxious, I wasn't worried, because my house was locked. Really locked, not just physically but legally. No one was getting in, no one was using it. It was mine, secure, safe. That feeling is worth more than $16,000. Jessica lost her career, her marriage, her reputation, her freedom, partially. She did that to herself. I just made sure she faced consequences. The guests who stayed in my house without my knowledge, some of them still leave me bad reviews. Online, they think I scammed them. I don't care. Let them think that. Their argument is with Jessica. I'm not responsible for her crimes. My lawyer said we could sue them for defamation. Prove they're wrong. I said no. It's not worth my energy. They're strangers. They don't matter. What matters is that I'm safe, my home is secure, and Jessica will think twice before she commits fraud again. The felony conviction is permanent. It'll follow her forever, every job application, every background check, every opportunity. She have to explain what she did, who she hurt, why she thought it was okay. And most people won't hire her. That's not my revenge. That's the legal system working as intended. Actions have consequences. Jessica's actions had serious consequences. My son brings his new girlfriend over sometimes. She's lovely, respectful, kind. She asked about the whole situation once. My son had told her. She said, I can't imagine doing that to someone, especially family. I said, some people can't imagine it. Other people do it without thinking twice. She understood. My son is more careful now, more aware. He watches for red flags. Jessica taught him a valuable lesson, just not the one she intended. She taught him that people will use you if you let them. That trust has to be earned. That family isn't an excuse for bad behavior. He won't make that mistake again. As for me, I'm doing well. I still go on vacations. I still leave my house. But now I have cameras, motion sensors, alerts on my phone. If someone tries to enter my house without permission, I'll know immediately. I've also joined a neighborhood watch. We look out for each other. No more strangers showing up with suitcases. The Airbnb listing is long gone, reported, removed, banned. Jessica tried to create a new one under a fake name. Airbnb caught her, banned her again. She's persistent. I'll give her that. Persistently stupid. My house is worth $450,000. Jessica made $16,000 illegally. She risked $500,000 in property for $16,000. The math doesn't math. But criminals aren't known for their intelligence. I sleep well at night, in my own bed, in my own house, with my new locks. Jessica sleeps in her childhood bedroom at her parents' house, with a felony record, with garnished wages. We both made choices. I chose to protect what's mine. She chose to steal what wasn't hers. The universe sorted out the rest. Grandma always said, locks keep honest people honest. But nothing stops a determined thief, except consequences. Jessica was determined. The consequences were real, and now my locks are better. I gave her a key for emergencies. She turned my house into a crime scene. So I called the police, hired a lawyer, pressed charges, and I'd do it again. Every single time. Because my home isn't a business opportunity. It's my sanctuary. And anyone who violates that will face the full weight of the law. Jessica learned that lesson, the $16,000 lesson, and it only cost her everything.